afternoon. We would like to welcome Sepp Straka to the interview center here at the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Sepp, welcome back. I want to start off with just some opening comments about what it's like to be back on the site where last year finished runner-up in an exciting finish.
Yeah, it's always good to come back to a place where you've had success, where you've played well. Last year's the first year I've been here, and had a really good week, and it's always fun to kind of relive some of those shots and some of those memories.
And pushing for FedEx Cup numbers now that we're in playoffs, but already a win and 2 runner-up finishes this season. How are you just feeling about the season entering playoffs?
Pretty good, yeah. I had a really good season, I felt like. It was pretty steady, especially the last few months. I've played some pretty good golf, and it's always good to kind of have a high position going into the playoffs and see if I can make a push for it.
Perfect. We have time for a few questions. Mark, here in the front.
I just asked you, but obviously the focus is on the playoffs and winning, but how much do you let the Ryder Cup creep into your head at all?
In downtime, you do. You definitely do when you're just at home, but with preparation and all that, you just kind of prepare for the tournament. It's pretty easy to keep your mind on it when you're in the playoffs because they mean so much. But yeah, when you're off the course, when you're away, you definitely think about it.
I haven't looked at the standings, Seth. What's your way in? World ranking points?
15. Or world ranking? Or
in terms of the Ryder Cup, what is your path?
Well, we have 2 different ones. On the world side, I think I'm 2 out, but I haven't checked it this week from
on the
last
ranking
week.
Side.
So.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What about the point side? Are you pretty far down? The European points?
Yeah, I think I'm not even sure where I am, but yeah, pretty far down.
Too far to know?
Yeah. Probably won't make that jump.
Do you have any plans post Eastlake? Any playing plans? God, I should have. What's your schedule after Eastlake?
Oh, after Eastlake, I'm planning on playing Wentworth, and then kind of see from there. Kind of a lot of it depends on Ryder Cup, and but yeah, kind of see from there.
Okay, and then as it relates to this, you were I think 35 going into the postseason last year, 15 this year. What's the difference? Don't say 20. I do math, but I mean, what's the outlook? The goal's Eastlake, I take it, but is there less pressure on you or less urgency?
A little bit, but I honestly don't even know how I'm looking for Eastlake. But you know, it's always nice to have a better position going into the playoffs. But I felt like I was in a good spot last year. You know, these tournaments mean so much more. So regardless of where you are, it's a huge difference if you can play well in these playoff events.
I had more. Is it okay? Is anyone waiting?
You're good.
Let me know, will you, Haley? As it relates to going forward into 24, are you comfortable with how this new system has worked out? A, only 70 guys making it to the postseason, and B, the big events for next year?
Yeah, I think I like the schedule, the way it's set up with the season starting in January and then playoffs being in September. I think you could still have a bigger playoff, but yeah, I guess other sports, everybody doesn't make the playoffs either. So definitely more competitive. It'll be a lot more tournaments played up until the playoffs, I think, by some bigger names. And then, you know, if you play well, you get rewarded in the fall, and you can take a little time off, which I've never had in my career. So it's been so I'm kind of looking forward to that. Yeah.
Can you see the I guess earn what you get out here, the meritocracy, by the fact that Harmon and Wyndham Clark, Lucas for now are in, and Justin Thomas and Adam Scott, etc., are not? Yeah,
I mean, you have to play well. Top 70, you know, it doesn't take a terrible year to finish 71st. So competition's pretty deep. And yeah, you have to play really well to make the playoffs now. You always had to play well. I think 125, you've had still a pretty solid season. And yeah, now it really is a little more cutthroat.
And then what about the idea of 4 sponsor exemptions? Do you get a sense that I'm talking about for the big events next year?
Yeah.
Do you get a sense they're going to go to the same guys every time?
Probably, yeah. But you know, the tournaments want the big names in their tournament, so I could see that. I wouldn't, the smaller fields I'm not a big fan of in the big events. I think big events should be big fields with a cut, but I understand that it's, easier to sell to sponsors this way, I guess. But yeah, I have no problem with the 4 sponsors exemptions. I think that's perfectly fine.
Did you pitch any of your desires? Seems like too strong of a word here, but an idea of more cuts, more opportunities, bigger fields. Obviously, they've gone smaller, but did you feel like you had a voice, or did you not bother?
No, I mean, I've been talking to the player relations people. They're always in touch with us and dining and stuff, so we've had a lot of conversations. I know I'm in the minority, I think, even among the top players, but, that's just something I've always grown up to like, is bigger field events with a cut, so I think they mean more if there's more players, but I see the other side of it. I just would prefer the bigger fields.
What makes you think you're in the minority?
Just hearing people out, I guess. I think the majority of people prefer smaller fields, faster rounds, which I'm a fast player. I prefer that too. But yeah, I don't really have a big reason. Just hearing people talk.
I'm talked out.
I know. And that concludes the Doug Ferguson interview. All right, we'll keep it short and sweet. Sepp, thank you, and good luck this week.
Perfect. Thank you.